Okay, here's today's lesson in Politics 101. People need to know and understand what's going on in the political arena right now, because a lot of black folks out here are completely unaware of the events that's going on in this political season. You feel like it doesn't have anything to do with you, it doesn't affect your life. You know, them crackers gonna do what them crackers gonna do, that whole kind of thing. I hear people saying, look, you need to understand that this game is real for politics. And it's very important that black folks understand that in this year, 2012, getting the presidency is only one piece of the puzzle. Yeah, we got to re-elect President Obama because he's going to be naming probably 2 more Supreme Court justices, which is going to be very important to most people that are living right now, because the Supreme Court is going to determine how constitutional issues are dealt with for the next 20, 30, 40 years. So you don't want a Supreme Court that's so much weighed to the right as opposed to somewhere in the middle, because they could overturn a lot of rulings that, like the Civil Rights Act, women's rights, rights for other minorities. They could overturn and change a lot of that shit if you get a complete right-wing Supreme Court, which if the next 2 justices are appointed by a Republican or a conservative president, that's probably what's going to happen. Matter of fact, that's definitely going to happen. And everybody that's living now that's still fairly young and who got kids, our life can be completely fucked up by the decisions that they make over the next 20, 30 years. So that's one reason why we got to get the president back in. Now, the other thing is we got to get control of the Congress back, because as you can see, over the last 3 years since Barack Obama's been in office, it's been damn near impossible for him to get anything done, for him to get any of his legislation passed, or any of his ideas in place, because he has a Congress that says basically, fuck you, we're not going to do anything that you want us to do. We're not going to cooperate, we're not going to go along, we're not going to pass any legislation that you want that's going to help the American people, much less black people, because we hate you because you're black. And they hate having a black president, and they hate having his brother in charge of the country. So they wanted to do whatever they can do to fuck up his presidency, to see to it that he wouldn't get anything accomplished, even though he has gotten things accomplished. Like saving the auto industry, killing Bin Laden. I mean, he's done some great things, changes in the healthcare laws, things like that. He's been able to get some things done, but if he had had a Congress that was controlled by Democrats, he would have been able to get a lot more done in his first term. Now, he's probably going to have a second term coming up. It's important in this second term that we get rid of those asshole Republicans that are running Congress right now and get it back in the hands of the Democrats, the Congress and the Senate. So it's very important that you go out and vote and get Democrats back in control of the House and the Senate, because that's where the real power is. The president, that's where the legislation comes from that's going to help regular people that ain't part of the 1%. If you're watching this video, you're part of the 99%, I can damn near guarantee you that. And ain't no motherfucker watching this video that's, okay, I wasn't supposed to cuss, was I? There ain't nobody watching this video that's part of the 1%. Multi-millionaires. If it is, I would be amazed. But anyway, issues that are going on right now, you got crazy people running for office. You got Mitt Romney, who is a douchebag. He's a multi-millionaire. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a multi-millionaire, but what I am saying is he didn't earn his money the old-fashioned way. He was born on third base and feel like he hit a triple. Didn't really happen that way. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. The man has never worked for $1 in his life. He owned companies that made money by destroying other companies and outsourcing jobs, sending them overseas. He ruined a lot of people's lives and made his money off of that. And then, of course, now he's rich and he got all this money. He's hiding his shit off in offshore bank accounts, and he got money. This man ain't created no jobs. This man don't give a damn about the regular working person, because he's never been a regular working person. He's never dealt with regular working people. He doesn't know what average people are. Average people to him are people who are just like him. So he has no compassion or no understanding with the struggles that you go through or the struggles that I've gone through. He doesn't know any single moms. He doesn't know any people who've been on food stamps. He doesn't know anybody who's been laid off. He don't deal with that kind of shit. He's never dealt with that kind of shit. So why would you want somebody in the White House that has nothing in touch with the common person, or nothing in common with the average person? Rick Santorum, he's crazy as hell too. He's a religious nut. He's not going to be elected. This man's so crazy. He believes he's like a strict pro-Catholic dude. Like, he's like hardcore Catholic. Like, he believes that sex is not for recreation. He believes that sex is only to be had within the framework of a marriage and only to have kids. That's it. He don't believe in birth control. He don't believe in contraception, none of this kind of shit. He's a fucking lunatic. Alright, we don't need him in office because we don't want him dictating how we live our life. Alright, cool. Scratch him. Newt Gingrich, alright, he's another lunatic. He's a right-wing lunatic. He's another asshole. This is a dude who, if he had his way, you would wake up after Election Day and America would pretty much look like Rosewood if he was getting. He's a racist. He don't believe in women's rights. He don't believe in helping anybody that's less than a multi-millionaire. I mean, basically, he has no idea that would do anything good for the country. So, here's we got different things going on right now that you see a lot about in the news. You got people talking about the cold birth control, contraception. Why are we talking about this? These are issues that have never been discussed in my lifetime. In my lifetime, these are issues that were dealt with and settled supposedly in the 50s and the 60s. They're bringing it back up right now. You know why they're bringing it up right now? I'm going to tell you. Why they're bringing it up right now is because white America, old white men feel like they see the shift in demographics in the country. They see that white people within the next 20 to 30 years are going to be in the minority. You know, European Americans are going to be in the minority because the brown people are multiplying and white people are dying out. Why do you think they want to get rid of birth control or limit birth control? Why do you think they want to get rid of abortions? Because they feel like not enough babies are being born to keep white folks in the majority. I mean, I'm not being racist, I'm just keeping it real. It is what it is. And they see the shift and they see how things are going, and they're very nervous about that because they don't want a multicultural society. They don't want a diverse America. They want an America that's run by and controlled by white people. That is what it is. And you got a lot of white people. You got probably 20 to 30 million white people in America who feel the exact same way. You know, now, you got 300 million Americans, but you got about 20 to 30 million hardcore that want things to go back to the way they were. You hear them talking about we got to take our country back. What the fuck do you think they're talking about? We got to take it back. Take it back to how it was in the 40s. Take it back to the good old days. The good old days was only good for some people. It wasn't good for everybody. It wasn't good for nobody that looked like me. Okay, it was good for certain people. We don't want to go back. We want to go forward. So whatever you do, pay attention to what's going on. Understand that if you don't understand anything else, understand that the House and the Senate are what we need to make sure that the Democrats take control of in November. The House and the Senate, we got to get it back. I think we're going to get the presidency back. That's very important also because Barack Obama has done a fantastic job being president, considering the fact that he had no help from a do-nothing Congress that couldn't give a shit whether he succeeded or not because they don't care about the country. They only care about their own selfish ideology and their own selfish agenda. So, this has been your political moment. I hope you learned something, and I'll be back.
La da da da. Hey, goodbye. Good riddance. Hold up. Only rapper to rewrite history without a pen. No ID on the track. Let the story begin. Begin. This is